What's up, guys? It's Josh here, back with another Kansas City Chiefs related video, and I'm making this late at night. The first round of the 2021 NFL Draft was just wrapped up not too long ago, and I have some takeaways that I wanted to talk about that kind of implicate tomorrow for the Chiefs when they pick. So I found it interesting the way some of the positions fell tonight and what some of the Chiefs' bigger opponents did. And you know what? Let's start with that. So let's look at the Chiefs' divisional rivals and how they fared tonight in the draft with their selection. So I'm going to start out with the Chargers, about the only team that did anything smart. So they took Rashad Slater, who should be now their starting left tackle. I really like that selection. I thought that one was one of the picks that you could have locked in from the start. Rashad Slater is a good fit there. Good pick. Not much more to say. They get Justin Herbert some help on that offensive line, and I like that pick for them. Now, the Denver Broncos. So, the Denver Broncos, after this big freak out about they might trade for Aaron Rodgers, who's now disgruntled and all this crazy stuff, they ended up picking Patrick Surtain at number 9, right? Yeah, number 9. And that was an interesting pick. So Justin Fields was still on the board. And look, I get the Broncos just traded for Teddy Bridgewater, but man, Justin Fields was still available there at number 9, and he could have been your quarterback of the future, and you don't take him. I mean, yeah, getting 2 new quarterbacks this offseason might have been a mismanagement of assets, and maybe they still believe in Drew Lock a little bit, just maybe, but man, that was tough to pass up. And then they ended up going for Patrick Surtain, the defensive back out of the University of Alabama. Now, the Denver Broncos secondary is now absolutely loaded. They got Bryce Callahan. They've got Kyle Fuller. They got Surtain now, Justin Simmons. Like, their defense is going to be pretty dang good. And many are going to look at that pick and be like, oh, well, this means that they're just loading up on defense so they can try and stop the Chiefs. You know, good strategy. But I would like to point out the fact that if you go back and look at the 2 Chiefs versus Broncos games last year, those were 2 games in which the Chiefs offense actually struggled and the Denver defense gave them a lot of fits. So I'm not sure how much that pick moves the needle for the Broncos, at least in the division, because their defense wasn't the issue. They actually, like I said, they gave Mahomes and the Chiefs offense fits, but the problem was their offense was just so bad in both of those games that it didn't matter, and they didn't do much tonight to fix their offense. They didn't do anything tonight to fix their offense, and now they got a battle of 2 mediocre QBs in Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. And look, I'm a Mizzou fan, so I like Drew Lock, but he just hasn't shown too much. And Teddy Bridgewater, he's solid, but he's up and down too. So I don't know. It was an interesting pick. Like, I like Surtain, but a little bit of a head scratcher for me. Then there's the Las Vegas Raiders, and they did what everyone expected them to do and picked a player that should not have been picked at number 17 overall, Alex Leatherwood, the tackle out of Alabama. This guy, I've heard he can play guard. He might project as a guard in the NFL, but the Raiders certainly need a tackle. The Raiders need all kinds of offensive line, but Alex Leatherwood, look, don't get me wrong, I like Alex Leatherwood too, but 17 overall, that guy was a fringe first rounder and maybe most likely a second rounder if the Raiders don't pick him there. And man, Mike Mayak, I think this dude just watches the national championship game every year, and that's the only film he watches, and he makes his picks based off of that. Damon Arnett last year, I mean, I get Ohio State wasn't in the championship game, but they were in the college football playoff. So you could say Mike Mayak only watches the college football playoff. Who'd they have? Cleveland Farrell the year before that. Now Alex Leatherwood. Like, these are some strange picks, dude. And I can't wait till they draft Sean Wade tomorrow with one of their early picks. That'll be hilarious. But yeah, that Alex Leatherwood pick at number 17. I mean, even the Raiders hated all the Raiders Twitter and all the Raiders fans. They hated the move, and I get it, man. Strange pick. Now, focusing on the Kansas City Chiefs and why I feel like this draft, despite them not having a pick tonight, was a success. The wide receiver board fell perfectly. Rashad Bateman and Kadarius Toney were the only two kind of later first-round receivers that went. I don't really include the Devontae Smiths and Jalen Waddles and Jamar Chases in this conversation because we all knew they were going somewhere in the top 10 or so, and they did. But beyond that, it was anyone's guess as to where those other guys would go. And only two of them went, and it was Kadarius Toney, who went super high, actually. I was kind of surprised he went, number 20 to the Giants. But I really like Kadarius Toney, so I'll be watching him in the NFL for sure. And then Rashad Bateman went to the Baltimore Ravens. So the receiver board fell really, really well for the Chiefs. And tomorrow I could totally see them going up and grabbing one of these guys. So Elijah Moore is still available. Terrace Marshall is still available. Rondale Moore is still available. Diami Brown is still available. Man, if the Chiefs don't go up and get one of these guys, that's a failure, man. They need to go up and get one of these receivers because, and you guys know how I feel about Diami Brown. If he can just make it there to pick 58, oh, that would be awesome. Now, the Chiefs might still have to trade up for him. I'm not sure. But even if he's gone, I mean, Terrace Marshall could still be there. He could drop because of his medicals, but he's very talented, could be an X receiver for the Chiefs. Elijah Moore, I know a lot of Chiefs fans like him. I would love any of these guys. So let's hope the Chiefs can go and grab a receiver tomorrow with the way that board fell. Now, another position that I feel like fell pretty well for the Chiefs was the linebackers. Jamin Davis, I had a feeling he could go at the end of the first round, but I did not expect him to go that high to the Washington football team. What was it, mid-first round? What was that, pick 19? That was pretty high for him, but Micah Parsons went, Zaven Collins went. We all expected that. But now, Jeremiah Owusu Karamoa, I think that's it, Koromoa, so that might be how you say it. I'll just call him Jeremiah Owusu. But the Notre Dame linebacker, he did not go in the first round, and that was a shocker to a lot of people. That guy is a stud. Nick Bolton could be there tomorrow, kind of in the late 40s, early 50s. He could still be there. Would love that for the Chiefs. I know a lot of people didn't like him, but I think that was more so they didn't like him in the first round. If Nick Bolton is there in the second round, that'd be a great pick, and he could become your middle linebacker of the future. Jabro Cox, LSU, he's still going to be there. That could be someone to watch. Pete Werner, Ohio State. Chaz Surratt, North Carolina. Baron Browning, Ohio State. A lot of good linebackers still out there, and that's another position that I feel like fell just right for the Chiefs. So wide receiver and linebacker will be the positions to watch for tomorrow because I think the Chiefs will be able to make out very nicely with their second-round picks. Now, unfortunately, there was a position where there was a rush that kind of hurts the Chiefs, and that's defensive end. In the last 5 picks or so, Peyton Turner, the DN from Houston, went. Gregory Rousseau, the DN from Miami, went. Jason Owe, the Ravens took with the Chiefs, with the pick that the Chiefs traded to them. He's gone. Joe Tryon went to the Bucks. Kwity Paye is gone. Who else went? Who am I forgetting? Jalen Phillips, he went. Just taken here in the first round. However, Aziz Ogilari did not get taken in the first, so maybe that's a guy the Chiefs like that they could go up and get. I know a lot of people saw him as a first rounder, very athletic and very quick. That could be one to watch there. But there were a lot of DNs taken, and this is kind of why I said I could see the Chiefs waiting a little bit later to take a defensive end. Let the teams that want a defensive end that badly go and take one, and maybe get a Shaka Toney or someone like that in the 5th round. I get a lot of fans want a defensive end earlier than that, but sometimes that's just not the way the board falls. And hey, why not shoot Melvin Ingram a text after the draft if you didn't get someone good enough, or you don't feel like you filled that need completely? So, and Justin Houston, there's still some guys out there that the Chiefs could sign as a veteran stopgap if they really wanted to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my main takeaways from tonight's first round of the 2021 NFL Draft and how it impacts the Chiefs and the implications and all that good stuff. So, yeah, just wanted to get a quick video out on that. So let me know in the comments what prospects are still out there that you guys think the Chiefs should try hard for tomorrow. I know a lot of people, Creed Humphrey and Landon Dickerson, neither of them went tonight either. Maybe the Chiefs could go and get one of them. I know a lot of Chiefs fans like those guys too. So, yeah, again, let me know in the comments what were some of your guys' main takeaways from last night. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So make sure you like, share, subscribe so other Chiefs fans can find this, and make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and Arrowhead Addict. That's all I got for today. Peace.